With how many different women do you have these 10 children?
About 4 of them, including Bedard.
Perhaps if you stayed in school a little longer instead of stayed out of the bedroom, you'd understand better.
You guys, I'm gonna play this again because I'm gonna shut my mouth and you need to hear what this man just said to Judge Judy, okay?
With how many different women do you have these 10 children?
About 4 of them, including your daughter.
Perhaps if you stayed in school a little longer instead of stayed out of the bedroom, you'd understand better.
That is so messed up. I can't even, I am shook by so much of what just happened. Number 1, 10 children. 10. Number 2, 4 different women. Okay, no judgment. Number 3, one of them being your daughter. Like, to try and say that he hooked up with Judge Judy's daughter. Bro, why are you trying to crucify yourself in this courtroom? Like, you might as well pack up and go home. Oh no, he really tried, but Judge Judy does not care, my man.
So just pause for a second whilst we have a small discussion there, Mason. So why did you say he borrowed it? How does that help?
Well, because I'm just exaggerating my words, Rinda.
Huh?
You think that that's acceptable for you to talk to me like that?
Well, you could speak to me like that, so I guess so.
Now, Mason, this is my courtroom, and that's your first and second strike. Do you think we're here having a laugh? Do you think I don't mind you speaking to me like that?
Well, obviously not.
Obviously.
Oh my god, this is so intense. I felt like I was like in the classroom and one of the students is getting called out in front of everyone and is in trouble and everyone's like, oh, like when you do something bad or you talk back to the teacher. Come on, you've all been there, except I was the one talking back and getting sent to the hall. Like on many occasions. Was I a good student? Absolutely. Like when it came to like getting my stuff done, I was a good student. But this mouth, I just don't know when to shut up. That's the problem. The judge was kind of calm, but it's just like you could see like he was just like trying to like instill the fear in him. It worked on me.
A reasonable person says to themselves, well, they didn't go right away, and now they're 6 months old, and they're involved with other adult dogs in the house.
No, they only involved with their mom and dad. They don't even leave around no other dogs. They don't be around no other dogs because I don't want them to get sick.
So stupid.
Whatever.
Yo, one stupid woman. I pay for the mics. Which means they shut yours off if you're trying to talk over me.
Yes, ma'am.
Who are you?
That's my husband.
I didn't ask you anything.
Okay.
Just because you are shaking and have an attitude, it doesn't impress me.
Oh my gosh. Feel like I've seen the girl that's in court in a different Judge Judy clip getting reamed out or something. I don't know why. It's ringing a bell to me. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu happening. Girl, less is more. She is going in on you one after another to a point where she has to state that she pays for the mics and that she can shut yours off at any time. Like, honey, zip it, just zip it. If you want to stand a chance in Judge Judy's courtroom, you just gotta be quiet or just don't go on Judge Judy. Everyone knows how Judge Judy is. So it surprises me when she starts giving some toot and people are like, oh my God, you can't talk to me like that. It's like, bro, you signed up for the show. Like, what? Like, I know if I went to Judge Judy's court, I am probably getting reamed out. And honestly, I would feel honored. Let her ream me a new one, you know? Let her sass me up. Let her ruin my day.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I don't get it wrong. Do you understand? I was asking you a question. And I was going to ask Sam the same question as well. But when I ask you about what happened, something as serious as this, you give me an honest answer.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble for something. I don't know what it is. I got startled there because he just raised his voice out of nowhere. This guy's intimidating. This Judge Rinder, I think they said. I don't know if it's his accent or what, or just like the calm look that he has, but he's very angry, but his facial expressions remain very calm and soothing at the same time. It's very strange, but he's intimidating. He's intimidating.
What the feds tell you when they trying to get you to plead out or attorney informant. That ain't always the case. That's what the feds just tell you. They get you in that green room and they try and make you flip on somebody. And to make you flip, they start telling you what your girlfriend or your wife is gonna do while you in prison. And they get to one part, you say, oh, okay, I'll tell. And then let me tell you this, sir. Now you can either tell or you can have your kids walking around calling another man daddy.
What is going on? What is going on? I don't know if he's like talking about someone specifically or who this like PSA is for, but I felt like we just learned some like private information. I've watched enough true crime documentaries to see how people do it in like the courtrooms and stuff like that, where they try to get under your skin so that you snitch on somebody and you may give them a confession for what they want. I get it. But when a judge like confirms that and is so passionate about it, it's like, wow, it's just like a confirmation, you know? And it's like, wow, they really do that. Does that make sense? Probably not. Literally nothing that comes out of my mouth makes sense 90% of the time.
Let's work from child support.
Your Honor,
sir.
not only that.
Be quiet.
Not
Let
only
me
that.
hear from you, young lady. He says he's been paying child support.
Really?
Yeah, wow, really?
They are grown.
Yeah, right.
But
And
when
you
they-
didn't pay
they
it. Now
ask me
that's
for-
when you show
but when
back
they
up.
ask me for
When they're
something,
grown, you
Judge,
can
I give
still
it to 'em.
pay child
I
support.
give it to 'em.
Will you go to child support services and
Yeah, of
tell them
course
you
I
want to
would.
pay
Of course
for
I
what you
would.
failed to pay
Of course
for
I would.
18 years?
Of
You'll
course I
do
would.
it?
Yes,
We're
sir,
going to
I would.
escort you. In fact, see if Chelsea will call right now. What state do you live in?
Sure.
What state are you in?
I'm here in Illinois, sir.
All right, we'll just see if we can get him on the phone and we'll arrange a meeting for you
No problem.
today.
No problem.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my word. I'm sweating. That was so intense and so good. He was keeping poker face, child support mans, and he's like, I'll give it to him. I'll give my kid cash, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know the story. I don't know the truth. But he was keeping, you know, calm, cool, collected, had a little bit of an attitude to stand his ground, and then bam, called your bluff. Show me your cards because we're gonna call him right now. And when you leave this courtroom, you can head on over. We'll set up the meeting and you can get that set up and the cash can go to her every month, okay? Ooh, never, ever, ever play a poker face in court because they might call you out. Well, that is one way to get someone to pay child support.
You got any booty pictures from the other girls?
Yeah. Yeah. That's part of the relationship. You know, we exchange
That's
pictures.
part of the relationship for
Yeah.
millennials. And then they end up in court suing each other or wondering why. How could they put this picture on the internet? When you're taping something consensual,
Most definitely.
the other person, unless you explicitly agree not to put it out, the other person can do what they want with it because it is part theirs.
Ooh, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. But like, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I really like that he's like, that is the relationship of millennials. Like straight up calling out the millennials, being like, y'all be sending your nudes online and this is what happens. He's not wrong. I think maybe we should all take this as a lesson. I'm not saying you send them, but at the same time, you might send them, and you should maybe be careful with who you send them to, myself included. Moving on. Honestly, like, why even send noodles? I'm gonna call them noodles. Why even send noodles? People are out here doing that for money online on OF. I can't say it on YouTube. Like, I genuinely cannot say it. But it's like, people be making money off those. Why even bother sending them to like someone you're talking to? Like, bro, go make some money if you feel comfortable having that on the internet. I do not have one, by the way. I get asked all the time. Do not have one.
He's never bonded her.
Was because he obviously did. When you cut a cord on a child as they are entering this world, you don't know anything about it, but obviously he did, or he wouldn't be standing here today. My point is this is all you're doing. So what I'm saying to you is, if he expresses frustration, or if he's absolutely devastated that he wanted this child to be his, he thought it was, and now it isn't, as a woman, at least say, Robert, I'm sorry.
Sorry
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is emotional. This is paternity court, so I'm assuming that they just gave the results and that he is not the father, but he obviously probably wanted to be based on what's being said. And that's really sad.
In the world, you think you making babies in this world and don't have a job? Who's supposed to take care of them? Me? How do you think you cannot have a job?
What?
What?
I couldn't hear you.
It's called excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am?
See, we're going to get it right in here today. I don't know who's teaching you, but I'm going to give you a lesson.
I'm teaching them.
Well, you're not. Because when I say something, the answer's not what. The answer's not what.
Okay.
You didn't teach him.
Oh,
You didn't teach him correctly.
Damn. Woo, she went in, and she went in on the son and the mother. Rightfully so. Who's gonna pay for them? Me? No, obviously not, Judge Lauren Lake. I believe that's her name. I hope I'm getting it right, because I vibe with her. I think she's great. Yeah, 18 years old, popping out kids, and you have no job. Like, bro, it's not okay. And then the way you say, what? It's pardon. I always say pardon or pardon me because my dad taught me that. You don't respond with what? You respond with pardon or pardon me. See? I would act right in court if I ever end up there one day. I won't be surprised, but at least I will have manners. Maybe I'll win the case. Well, these judges put these Karens in their place real quick, and I love to see it when it's deserved. You know what I'm saying? Let me know who your favorite judge is, because I'm curious. And if you guys want to see more of this, leave a like and subscribe to keep hanging out. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose?